Spurge here, and today we're going to break down the Merlin Prospect Air Mesh jacket. So really what we're seeing from Merlin is an all-new entry-level mesh jacket coming in around the $160 price point. And the too long didn't read here, awesome mesh jacket, CEA abrasion resistant, CE level 2 armor included at the elbows and shoulders for that $160 price point. Now we have some minor nitpicks when we're talking around like the collar on this, but overall we love what we've seen from Merlin recently, and this is no exception. A great jacket for a very affordable price. Now from a seasonality standpoint, the Prospect Air Mesh is definitely going to be limited. This is going to be your hot weather mesh option. You are going to be looking at late spring throughout the summer, maybe into the fall. If you're looking at a bump up from this, you'd be looking at something like the Merlin Shenstone. The Merlin Shenstone is going to get you up into D3O armor. It's going to have a wax cotton hand to it. You're going to get a drop waterproof liner in there, but you're also then jumping up to around the $360 price point. So again, really the most affordable thing that we've seen from Merlin to date for those of you out there just looking for a solid mesh option for summer riding. Now from a sizing perspective, Pat McHugh on my left-hand side stands at 6 feet, weighs 220 pounds, has a 44-inch chest. Using Merlin's size chart, he should be in an extra large. He is wearing an extra large right now. You can see it fits him spot on. Nice articulated fit to this. Sizes will range from a small all the way up to a 6XL. So even for larger riders, you're going to find an option here. 3 different colorways, and you can see the colorways. We have the navy blue that Pat is in right now. Definitely more of like a monochromatic type style to this. And really the only main nitpick that we're going to call out here is Pat McHugh is waiting for me to unsnap that because the collar is a bit tight around his neck. So we would be riding this most likely in the on-snap position. We might even zip that down just a little bit to give him some room. And if you do that, there is no snapback. So would love to see some adjustments to the collar on this and maybe a snapback option just to hold this snap into place when you're not using it. On the inside of the collar, however, very comfortable, almost like a fleece lining to it. So when we're looking at some of the jackets that are coming in at the $180 to $200 price point, we just shot actually another jacket here from another manufacturer. No comfort lining to the back of the collar, and you know that's a more expensive jacket. So great creature comforts with what we're seeing from Merlin for the price point. A little bit of like a neoprene up at the top of the collar for added comfort, and then as we're working our way down, the armor that we're going to see in this is Armanox, and it's really going to be just kind of basic armor, nothing really too frillies here, nothing really breathable. So if we really had to come up with a second nitpick, this is not going to be breathable CE level 2 armor, and you might notice a little bit of that in the hottest months of the year. Would have loved to see something more breathable. However, at that, you're going to then bump the price point up. So I think for folks out there that want a more breathable option, you can always add that later on down the road. But CE level 2 protection as we're looking at this jacket standard. Coming down the side, snap at the bicep, 2-snap adjuster there, and then a little extra pocket on the cuff on this just for an extra little storage area, and a slide adjuster at the bicep. So really, again, considering the price point on this, just extra creature comforts that you normally wouldn't see for this price point. Velcro cuff at the collar. I like this more than what we're seeing with like maybe a 1 or 2 snap design, because you can really ratchet down the cuff on the jacket the way you so see fit. And then a little bit of microfiber around this for added comfort at the wrist. Taking a look down the front, full mesh chassis, and then you are going to see the Merlin logo over on the left-hand side, and a little Velcro snap or a little Velcro closure around the bottom of this to make sure the bottom of the zipper isn't rubbing up against your tank. Dual hand warmer pockets. McHugh, go and face sideways for me. Adjuster at the waist, little Velcro adjuster, and you are getting stretch in this design. So this is a brushed stretch polyester. However, the stretch is limited. So it's kind of, again, where you're playing at this price point, we could sit here and say we'd love to see more stretch built into the poly, but then you're probably pushing out of this price range. So what we're trying to do is kind of walk you through some of the nitpicks we'd have with a more expensive jacket, but considering we're looking at 160 bucks, it's really kind of hard to complain about some of these things. Merlin logo done in a reflective over on the right side. McHugh face backwards for me. Pop reflective at the top, no back protector is included. Would definitely recommend adding a back protector to this. That's part and parcel for what we're seeing with jackets across the line. And a little bit of a drop seat coming down, giving you coverage over the seat of the pants. McHugh, face forward for me. Let's take a look at the inside quickly. So you can see very basic interior. Pat's wearing the jacket with just a t-shirt underneath, super comfortable, and then just a base drop pocket over on the left-hand side. Sir, you can go ahead and zip up. So really what we're seeing with the Prospect Air Mesh is a no frills option from Merlin, still giving you CE-A abrasion resistance, CE level 2 armor included at that $160 price point. This is going to be a real competitor out there with some of the more popular mesh options that honestly it offers a little bit more in some ways, and it's a little bit more comfortable in some ways than some of even the more expensive competitors. So again, like we said, we really like what Merlin has been doing, and the Prospect Air Mesh is no exception if you're just looking for a solid entry-level mesh jacket to get you through the hottest months of the year. Now, if you're not sure if this is right for you, or you want to hear more about what other riders have to say, you can always click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are out there right now putting the Merlin Prospect Air Mesh jacket through its paces. And if you're still not sure as to whether or not this jacket is right for you and your riding style, you can always reach out to one of our customer service reps and they can walk you through all the different options out there to make sure that you find the right jacket to match with your budget as well as the style of riding you prefer to tackle. I want to thank you for joining Pat and myself as we took a look at the Merlin Prospect Air Mesh jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.